All right, everybody, welcome to the Super Easy Forex video for Sunday. I am well behind schedule. Normally, I'm not going to do it every Sunday, of course. Let me move my head over so you guys can see me. Here I am. All right. So let me say this. I want to show you guys something very, very important. This particular setup on your charts, you got to be very careful with it because it's very deceptive. Okay, very, very deceptive. And as you can see, I did enter this trade. This is the GBP CAD on the 30-minute charts. I see my triple arrow setup. So I've already placed my trade, got my stop loss in place, which is a little above what this big arrow is showing. And we'll see how this play out overnight. But anyway, I want to show you a very unique setup. It's not a new setup, but it's very unique and it catches a lot of people off guard. So I want to kind of go over that. Plus I want to give you guys a couple of updates on information to be aware of for this week. But before I do that, I have to stop and tell you guys, you know what? Sometimes you will have a very crappy day, but it has a purpose behind it. And I really want to just give a shout out to God for blessing me. And you would think I wouldn't say that after having the kind of day I had. The entire website went down. GoDaddy, which is our hosting site, just out of the blue, they went down. And according to them, a large number of websites went down because what they do, and I just want you guys to notice, what they do is, oh, I turned green. All right, I'm winning already. 2 pips up. Good. So what happens is that when GoDaddy actually takes over and start hosting your site, depending on the type of service, which you need to be very clear on that. Go with a cPanel or something like that, not the regular one. What happens is they'll put your website in a basket of websites that are sitting on a server. So when that server goes down for one website, it goes down for all of them at the same time. What really pissed me off is because they turned around and said, and we're going to get to the charts, but just hear me out while I'm giving God thanks, because some of you guys, this is what's happening to you, but you don't know the blessing behind it. So what happened was that as that was taking place, I called them up, and here's what they told me. They told me that, oh, and I'm sorry, my eyes are in this checkered box right here. Okay, maybe y'all can see me better. So they told me, well, I said, well, how long is it going to be? They said, well, it could be 5 minutes, it can be 5 days, or it can be 5 years. We don't know. I'm like, what the heck? Well, sir, we just don't know. We're trying to work on it, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, meanwhile, I reach out to, I have several people around the world who works for me. And one of them who I really, really lean on for my website stuff, I contacted him to hit him up. And he's been kind of shady, like some of the people in your life. They kind of shady, They were dependable, but they're not as dependable no more. So I hit them up and I say, hey, we got an urgent situation. I need you to, do this on another site so we can transfer things over and blah, 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 the behind the scenes stuff, right? No response. So I hit this guy up who had been talking to me a little bit for a long time, and I've been, dripping a little bit to him. So I hit him up. Man, this dude hopped on it, and literally it is late. Okay, it's 9 p.m. Central Time, 10 p.m. Eastern. Okay, this situation happened this morning. Okay, this morning. This guy been working with me since this morning, all the way until tonight, to help me resolve my issue. Meanwhile, the main guy who I leaned on, which I've been telling my wife, I said, I think I need to cut ties with him. Guess what? Blah, blah, blah. So even though this was a bad situation, I got more projects coming up very soon that are critically important. I need somebody dependable. So even though this turned out for a bad situation and to put us behind schedule, nevertheless, it turns out to be a blessing, because sometimes it's a sign from God saying, know when to cut people loose, know when it's okay to move on. And this is one of those times. I'm done. I got to move on. Can't keep hanging on to the old stuff. That's a lesson. Sometimes you have to move on from old things. You can't keep doing the same routine with the same old people, expecting something different when they're proving to you that they're going to be exactly who they want to be and do what they want to do. You have to learn with the snippy snip. Okay, so anyway, that was a blessing. I want to thank God for that. So I do have a more dependable person to add to my team, and I'm very happy about that. Now, back to the charts. All right, so here's the situation. I got a question about this one over the weekend, and I wanted to do a video about it. And by the way, the website is back up and running. I know a lot of people contacting me, hey, I want to join the family, but what's going on the website is up and running. Okay, so anyway, back to this. So now let me kind of show you this. This is what's called an inverse cup and handle. You see this little handle, and then here's the cup. Okay, here's the cup, here's the handle, here's the cup, here's the handle, here's the cup, here's the handle. So here's what I like to call this. I like to call it the SpongeBob squarehead. Y'all remember that cartoon? See, I make my own names up for certain patterns I see in the market, so I call it the SpongeBob squarehead. So right here, you see how this head is kind of square? When I see these patterns, I know, okay, go for about 20 or 30 good pips and get your butt out. Let's measure this one right here, okay? Let's watch this. Come in right here. It drops down to right about there. That's about 77 pips. See, you can get some good pips out of it, don't get me wrong. Here's the square head again. Drops off. Good pips, 100 and some pips. Get out, get your money, okay? Then it comes back up, shoots up, square head again. This time, see, you don't know how many pips. That's why you go for a little bit. Don't get greedy. This one went for about 55 pips. I'm in this trade now. If I move this down to where it's typically touched before, we'll say on the butt of this candle and in this area here, that will give me about 52 pips, right? 52 good pips. If I think it's going to touch this trend line, come down a little bit more, being a little bit greedy, or I can scale parts in, that'll give me about 75 pips. I think that'll be good enough. I see that it touched before, so it could come down and touch there, and I'll get me 75 good pips about that bad boy and call it a day. Here's the thing I want you to keep in mind. That when you see these SpongeBob squareheads, they're not going to run down forever most of the time. They're going to sometimes do a dip and flip on you, okay? They square off, square off, square off, square off, square off. You can put your money on there looking for a sell, and then all of a sudden, boom, it dips down, but then it shoots back up. It's called a cup and handle shape, okay? And this is one that was asked about over the weekend, and I promised that person, because I'm really tired, but I promised that person I was going to do a video about it today. And so before I go to sleep, I want to keep my promise to you that I wanted to do this video to kind of show you what happens. Because they said, man, I was in this trade and it started going down, but then it went back up. Yeah, because it's called a cup and handle. So when you see the SpongeBob, or what I like to call the SpongeBob squarehead. So when you see the square head like this, yeah, it'll tilt over a little bit, hit his shoulders. See, here's his head, hit his little shoulder, boom. Because look at here. If I draw a line right here, and let me do this, get this out the way so you guys can see it. Okay. Oh, dang, I just closed out my trade. Didn't mean to do that. Good gracious of life. All right, anyway, I'll get back in it later. Dang it, got out of my trade trying to do a video for y'all. Anyway, I meant to just close out my stop loss, but anyway. So if you see right here, see where this little shoulder thing is? This one little candle, watch this. I'm gonna pull it down some more. See right here, this one right here? See how it came right back down to there. Right about there, boom. So if I jump back in this trade, which I need to hurry up and get off this video so I can get my money in. But if it comes into that line, that's about 66 pips right there. So it can come down, boom, square off, and it could create a shoulder if this is a head and shoulder, because it could be a little shoulder here. Little head, another little square head, come down, create a shoulder, come in, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we'll see how it play out. The point is, I just want to show you the SpongeBob square heads. When you see this shape, no, it will fall down, but it won't fall forever. It'll come back up and create its handle. This is called an inverse cup and handle. See the handle? And here's your cup. Okay, it's upside down. Here's the cup, here's the handle. Here's the cup, here's the handle. So it'll do that shape when it's going up, and it'll do the opposite when it's going down. Okay, so just wanted to give you that love. One more thing, you guys, very important on this week as far as trading. You need to know this. So the G7 happened this weekend. President Trump met with President Xi, and he's making some kind of deal with Japan and blah, blah, blah. The economy is sucking pretty bad. Okay, I'm not going to lie. It's sucking pretty bad. And so just like I had talked to you guys about on the charts, I showed you on the US Dow and stuff like that. Let me see if I can pull that up for you real quick. Give me a second. Let me see. Cause you want to know this. They met, but don't fall in love with all that little kindness that they show on TV where they're shaking hands and smiling and stuff like that. That don't mean crap to me. Okay. That it really don't. Okay. So let me show you this real quick. If I can find it, give me a second. US to US 30 or the S&P. That's what I'm trying to find for you guys. Give me a second. Okay, that's oil. Oh, there they go, right there. Okay, so let's show you this. All right, as you can see, I'm in this trade. I got in way up here. As you can see, that's my entry. I locked in profit and it's still going down. So that's one. That's the Dow. In Forex market, it's the US 30. Okay. The S&P did the exact same thing. See, still down there. Okay. And if I'm still in this trade, okay, let's see. I don't know. Anyway, y'all get the point. So the point is this. Let me see something. I'm trying to go, oh, here. All right, right there. That's what I'm looking at. So right now it's sitting on support. It actually broke through it a little bit, but right here we're seeing this area where we knew it was going to drop through. Okay, so when it dropped through that area, I told you guys way up here, this is an area where you should have got in. If you had a 401k IRA, get out, get you some money. You could have went short in the market, or what they call it, put options in the stock market. You could have shorted the market and made you plenty of money. When it did this bounce like we said it was going to do and it came up in this area, you short it again or put options. Okay, so either way it goes, be careful. I'm just warning you guys, all this hugging and face smiling and this and that, don't fall in love with the comfortability. Now, if there is a US-China deal, I'm telling you, the market is going to blast off like crazy. If not, as I was telling you guys, all around the world, they're all talking the same thing. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a recession on the way, on the recession. Didn't I tell y'all that way back here? Way back here when I did them videos, that was way back in May. Now all of a sudden, I warned you guys. I said when they start talking about don't worry about stuff, that's when I really start paying attention. So again, you guys, I'm warning you that if you have a 401k, and again, I'm not your financial advisor, but I am warning you. If you have a 401k, IRA, and whatever kind of stuff it is, please, please, please make sure that you're securing some profit in there. Call your broker and say, hey, how can I lock in some profit? The terminology is called a stop loss or a protective order. Okay, it depends on what broker. If you have TD Ameritrade or whichever one you have who's managing your money, it's called a protective order, stop loss, or whatever you want to call it. But just tell them, hey, I need to lock in some gain just in case the market goes down. There's nothing wrong with locking in a little bit of gain, or as the other financial people do, the big wigs, they call it cash on the sideline. You hear that in the stock market, they say, oh, I'm just putting some cash on the sideline. Warren Buffett, they're sitting on billions of dollars of cash where? On the sidelines. Sometimes they'll pull a lot of money out of the market and they'll just chill and sit on it just to be on the safe side. And when the coast is clear, they'll come in and buy up all kind of stuff. But they will sit on cash on the sideline. That's where that term comes from. If you've heard it before, cash on the sideline means they just closed out some of their profits and they just holding on to it, waiting for a good opportunity to either buy or sell again. Okay. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. If you want to join the Super Easy Forex family, we have wonderful stuff going on. We have multiple trainers who's professional traders in the group, besides myself, who are here to help you. And my goodness, I got my face all up in this little square, huh? Who's here to help you? There I am. Who's here to help you become good at what you do. So not only do you get the trading system, but you get training, live trade sessions, and things like that. Plus, if you join now, you'll be right on time because we have a new program coming out called the 6-Figure Challenge, and that one is going to help thrust your account well beyond a comfortability, so you can help pay your bills and get ahead of this potential financial crisis. That's coming up, but you have to have the trading system first. So this is a perfect time to go ahead and join the Super Easy Forex family. All right, you guys have a wonderful night, have a blessed week, and I'll talk to you soon. And if you join the family, I'll see you on the inside. And our website is supereasyforex.com. That's supereasyforex.com. Have a good night. Bye.